If you want that inspirational, turn your radios. Sit back, relax, catch the vibe, have fun tonight on the Four Corner Show. You gotta sit back, relax, catch the vibe, have fun tonight on the Four Corner Show. If you want that grounding inspirational, then turn your radio to the Four Corner Show. Hot and spicy topics, come enjoy the show. So let's get personal on the Four Corner Show. Relax, catch the vibe, have fun tonight on the Four Corner Show. You gotta sit back, relax, catch the vibe, have fun tonight on the Four Corner Show. If you want that inspirational, then turn your radios.
Turn your radio, turn your computer, turn whatever you need to on. Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday.
Happy
I always
Tuesday.
want to say Monday, but happy Tuesday to everyone.
Tuesday.
Happy
Pepper.
Tuesday. Happy
Yeah,
Tuesday,
thank you.
Pepper.
Welcome everyone to the Four Corners, along with Mark A. Walker, myself, Pepper Thomas, and Michael Upshaw.
Hello,
Y'all.
everybody.
How was your weekend?
Great. Had a great weekend.
Great
Was in
weekend.
Atlanta for a day, came back home Sunday, in time for church.
Oh,
Typical
A-Town
weekend.
down. What did they
There
say?
you go. Hey, it was great.
A-Town up, down, or around, 808. I don't know. So how was your weekend, Michael?
My weekend was great as usual.
Great.
Great word. Listened to a great word on Sunday. Start the day. Can't complain.
You know how people say when they say, "Ooh, I had a great word." What did they preach from? What was the scripture? What was the subject? You'd be like, let me go over here. Look at my notes.
Right.
You know they be doing that? Because I do it. I'd be like, so what did you preach from? You were sleeping, weren't you? No, I wasn't sleeping. I wasn't sleeping.
Did you go to church Sunday?
Yes. Did I listen? No, I didn't. I'm just honest.
Well, you had to play, right? Don't you? You still play,
I had to
right?
play. I had to play, and I played, and it was from 1 Corinthians.
Oh, Lord.
It was 1 Corinthians 8, the 8th chapter, the 9th. Let's do this. Yeah. So it was a good sermon. So yeah. So I gave you the scripture. I was listening. I was. So I am, I have been waiting. Thank you guys for joining us. If you are joining for the first time and you would like to comment, I would ask you to please subscribe to Four Corners on YouTube with Pepper Thomas. Subscribe that way anytime that we're on, because we do this twice a month. Anytime we're on, you will be able to catch us, and it'll let you know, hey, they're getting ready to come on. And we say twice a month. We've been doing Tuesdays because it helps it's convenient for our schedule, because Mark is always doing something, and then Michael always doing something, and I'm never doing anything. So really, the schedule is around y'all, not me.
Okay, Pepper.
Yeah, I mean, I do nothing. I do nothing. So it's about y'all.
Back up, Mark. That lightning bolt.
I don't know what to say.
You don't know what to say?
You trying to speak that into existence because you want your schedule to slow down? Is that
no,
what
I don't
all
want
about?
to slow down. I needed to up the ante.
Okay.
I'm
Pepper
asking for more. I'm ready. Like, give me more.
Well, Pepper, you've been holding out on us because you haven't told us who the surprise guest is today. You know, me and Mike has been like baffled about this. Who's the surprise guest? We have a surprise guest. You didn't even tell us. We're supposed to be your co-host, but
yeah, but you can't know everything. Okay.
So I found out this week.
Some things you can't know. Some things you just. My dad said that sometimes you're gonna leave this earth, and some things you just ain't gonna know about. But today you're gonna know about this. You ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
You sure?
Yeah, you're keeping us in suspense right now. Can you please tell us?
Because I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Let this person tell you. What's going on? You ready?
We've been ready. Suspense.
Hello.
Oh my God. Maysa, how you doing? Oh my Lord. Maysa. Wow.
Excited.
It's good to see you.
Be here.
Maysa.
Hi, sweetheart Michael. How you doing, Hot Pepper? Thanks for inviting me. I'm so excited because Mark, today is not about me. It's about you, sweetheart.
Oh no, what are you talking
So
about?
this show is about you today. A lot of people you love want to honor you.
Oh no.
The amazing man that you are. And I'm very glad that they asked me to come in and help host your day today.
Oh wow, thank you. It kind of make me cry. You know, I'm not supposed to cry.
You are. Please do. We need to see some tear ducts. Please, come on. Is it allergies today?
Oh yeah, that's it. That's what it is allergies and pollen in the basement. It's pollen in the basement. Wow. Thank you. I'm humbled, Michael and Pepper and Maysa. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah, we were trying to figure out how to do this. How can we? So, not that I have a problem with lying. White lies are. I'm just honest. White lies are like, I do have a problem with lying. Let me back up. I have a problem with lying, but when it's to better the world and a person's life, count me in. I'm like, yes, what you need me to say? I will say it to have them there. So yeah, so we had to do this because we wanted to focus on you.
Yes.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You see, I didn't answer your.
Yeah, y'all messing with me today. Come on, I wasn't ready for this.
You see, I didn't answer your text yesterday.
Yeah, I know you didn't. Mike didn't answer my text. I just assumed he was busy, but yeah, it's like it's unlike Mike didn't respond.
Yeah, I was busy trying not to answer
or something, but and he didn't. So I just assumed he was caught up. I was like, well, this is really off because he typically at least responds in a text. So I would have got something first thing this morning. I was like, well, maybe we'll go to the doctor or something because Mike does a lot. Mike is always at the doctor for something. I don't know. He's the healthiest cat I know. Always at the doctor.
That's why. That's a good thing.
Oh, wow.
So, Maysa.
Yes, ma'am.
We're going to let you start it off and tell us about your relationship with Mark and what he means to you and what has he brought into your life? Because, of course, he has played with you and I know you've become good friends with. So share with us some insight that we don't know about.
Mark is not like a person that you have to have any, like, there's no secrets that I know of because I know Mark a long time. Mm-hmm. Mark has been one of the most steady human beings, most steady men I've met in my career. Mm-hmm. When we work together, I always look forward. I mean, everybody I know, they always look forward to seeing his face, seeing him in his presence, hearing his playing, just hearing his energy. Like a lot of people are, he's one of the nicest and most gentle and kind people in this industry. And it's hard to find people like that because 99% of this industry is just people who are out for themselves and out to get other people to make sure that it's all about them. And Mark is just definitely not that kind of person. So all the time we played together, I've always felt like even recently on the show, we did shows in London with Will Downing. And, I use Will's band a lot. Sometimes when we go, logistically, if it's not possible for me to have my band, I'm just always at ease knowing that Mark is standing at the helm, and I know that he's going to make sure that the music is right for me, that he's going to make sure everybody understands how important it is. Sometimes when I don't play with my band, I get a lot of, sometimes I'm going to say, honestly to say, people just don't really care about the music and the shows. And whenever I play when Mark Walker's in the fold, I know that I'm safe, and that's why, And then also Mark is just such a great man. He's Absolutely. A God-loving man. He's loves his wife and his family and his friends, and he's very loyal. And he's just a beautiful human being. So, without me getting all upset, I just want to say that, I'm just glad that he's in my life. Glad God put him in my life. And I know we don't see each other a lot, but when I do, it's like my brother just walked into the room for real.
Thank you.
Wow.
Nice.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
It's all about giving flowers while people are here because, when you are dead and gone and that casket is in the front, this minister said one time, he said, people be like, I'm going to bring some soup. How they gonna smell
Right.
a soup? The soup's underneath the casket. How you gonna smell a soup?
Okay.
Don't bring no soup. Like
Right.
what?
All right.
So yeah, so I think it's
Wow, thank you
important,
so
and
much.
Thank you, Maysa, for that.
Mhm.
That's
Thank
kind
you.
words,
Thank
and
you,
I know
Maysa.
that
Thank you.
they're heartfelt because Mark is really. Mark, you need to go get some tissue. It's okay. Go get
Hey,
some
you know, I'll
tissue.
do that on the break.
I don't know. I don't know if you're
Y'all
gonna make
really
it to
shocked.
break.
It's really hard to surprise me because typically I know what's going on, but yeah, y'all got me today. Really, y'all really have. I wasn't ready for this.
You
Thank
weren't
you so
ready, huh?
much. Yeah, no, I wasn't ready for this.
Well, I guess I'm waiting. I'm waiting for somebody else to pop in. They ain't popped in yet. Michael, do you want to talk about a certain person that sent something?
Yeah, Mark, you know, it's like following Mason, which she said, you know, you are and have been from day one, the same person, never wavering.
Mhm.
You see the God in you. I saw that in you the very first time I met you, Capitol Jazz Cruise. And we've been knowing each other now for probably going about 12, 13 years, I believe. And, you know, you've been an inspiration to me. And you've been an inspiration to so many people. There was somebody that I contacted yesterday, the day before yesterday, and they said some it's just wonderful. And everybody is saying the same thing about you. You know, you have really been a blessing and still are a blessing to many. So I'm not going to tell you who it is. I'll let Pepper, let her bring that person in.
This is Gerald Albright chiming in about my good friend, Mark Walker.
Wow.
So many great and positive thoughts about Mark Walker. He's one of the finer gentlemen that I've ever met in my lifetime. A real inspiration, a man of God, a family man, a great musician. Mark was in one of my earlier bands, late 80s, early 90s. We worked together on several gigs and in conjunction with my other dear friend, Mr. Will Downing. But when I think about Mark Walker, I just think about his consistency, you know, his worth ethic. Everything was always top notch. You know, he would always show up on time. He would always be prepared for the music that we were to perform for our audience. And I would honestly lean on Mark sometimes during sound checks and rehearsals because he had my music down pat. He actually knew my music better than I knew my music. And the other thing that I really admired about him, and I still do, is the fact that Mark has total recall. He can remember tunes from way back in the day and tell you what key they're in,
Wow.
any other specifics about it. And he's just that guy. He's anointed in so many ways and on so many different levels. And I just love him and his family. So I applaud Mark Walker, and I'm glad that he's continuing his wonderful legacy because I know along the way he has inspired so many different people of all walks of life, both musical and non-musical. So I love you, brother. I applaud you and hope to see and perform with you soon. Take care.
Wow. Thank you, G.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Thank you. I'm humbled. That's Big Brother Gerald. Wow. Yeah, he doesn't know how much he means to me too. He's helped me out in life, and when I got married, all the marital advice before I got married. Gerald was like that big brother. You're not related to by blood, but we spent a lot of time talking, a lot of time just being together when we were on the road. You know, I was with Gerald for about 10 years or so before I met Will. So I've been knowing Gerald for a very long time. I think it was since like 90, like you say, early 90s somewhere. It's been a minute, and wow, I'm overwhelmed with this. Wow, thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
So, where are you originally from? Now you're in the hot seat. Now we're going to ask some questions. We want the dibs on where were you born? Where are you from?
I was born in Arlington, Virginia, right outside
Okay.
of Washington, D.C.
Okay.
Moved to York, Pennsylvania, when I was about 10 or 11.
Mhm.
And around the age of 12, I learned how to play the bass guitar in York, Pennsylvania, playing in churches. We had a little quartet group called God's Angels. Only a few people know about that, so that's probably new information for most of y'all. Did a lot of regional playing up there, you know, York, Harrisburg, Lancaster, Reading, Pennsylvania, of course, the Carolinas. And then moved back to the Washington, D.C. area where I reside now in Brandywine, Maryland. And it's been good. I've met so many people. You know, I met the Maysa, the wonderful Maysa, Spur of the Moment, Wayne Bruce, so many family members, Phil Carter. It's so many people to name. I don't even want to get into that, but I've been blessed to work with the best. I always say the best. I mean, the best thing about Maysa, since she talked about me, I can talk about her, is she has a sister-like spirit. So she reminds me of my youngest sister, Gigi. Some of their things are the same. Their mannerisms are the same. So it was never hard to connect with Maysa because Maysa has a pure heart to be a blessing. Even though I remember there were shows when she walked away, she didn't have any money in her pocket. She just paid the band and she walked away with nothing because she wanted to always make sure her band was taken care of. And that meant the world. Once I found out what was going on, that meant the world to me. I was like, no, I'll work for Maysa for anything. I'm not worried about money with Maysa because Maysa literally have been that way her whole life since I've known. And I could tell that's not a habit she just developed. She's just one of those kind-hearted people that's probably been stepped on and been mistreated. But it's just how she's wired. She's only wired to be nice and kind. So it's always a blessing to be around someone who can like sacrifice things for themselves, knowing that their job is to take care of everybody else. And so I always view her as that special child of God because that's who she is. And a lot of artists aren't like that. A lot of artists, you know, you'll hear the musician stories about people being old, but no one can ever say that about Maysa. I would stand beside her and I was like, no, Maysa takes care of folks. And if you come in not knowing the music, because I've been in situations where I watch people not know her music, she would dummy down the show to make sure the musicians are comfortable enough to play certain songs, even if it means it compromises her show, because she wants everybody to be comfortable. Even if they were doing her wrong, she still has this comfortability thing of, I'm going to still do right by you, even when you don't do right by me. And I love that about her. She's always been that way. I would even say she's been too nice. I remember I talked to Jakarta. I told her, I said, Maysa, you are too nice. You got to stand up sometime. But that's the sweetheart she is, and I love her.
Thank you.
Nice. Well, I am trying to look at. I'm over here multitasking, trying to figure out. I'm trying to get this next audio, but it's not working. So let's go to some music.
Okay.
Let's play some music by Mr. Mark A. Walker. And y'all his name is not Mark Walker. I was schooled when I first met him. He was like, it's Mark A. Walker. And I'm like, does it matter? Like, name is Mark, no, it does matter because there's another Mark Walker and mine is an A. And I was like, okay. I will always call you Mark A. Walker. It's like, sounds like a long.
You really put me out there today, aren't you? You really put me out there. That's going to be our private conversation.
Mark A. Walker. Yes. So everyone, check the music. Let's play. I was trying to find. Okay, so Maysa, was the song? Is one of the songs Focus? Okay.
Yeah, you played on that, right? Yeah.
Yes. So this is a song that you played on by Chris Big Dog, featuring Maysa and Bluey. So y'all, he's not singing, just so y'all know. He's a bassist, but he might sing before we get off.
Okay.
There will be no singing today.
Maysa like, oh, you can sing?
No.
Oh,
no.
I might have to get you on the show one time and sing a song or two. So everyone, here is Focus right here on the hot. Oh, see, I got too many shows.
Too many.
Thomas. That's what I get for saying that Mark A. Walker, right? You're like, yeah,
I'll get you back.
Karma. Here it is, you guys. Check it out.
Focus on the line.
Wow.
Focus on the line. Let your dreams become reality. Focus on the line. Let your dreams become reality. You say you're so very far from your dreams. But you can have whatever's in your heart. The trials of life will have you so confused. But there is only one place you can start. So get up and focus. Don't let your dreams out of your sight. Follow your dreams, hey. Yeah. Focus. Free your mind. Keep your eyes on the prize. You say you're so very far away from your dreams, but you can have whatever's in your heart. The trials of life will keep you so confused, but there is only one place you can start. Hold on to it, yeah. Hey. You can do it, y'all. Ooh, yeah. Don't let your dreams out of your sight. You can do it. Ain't nothing to it, y'all. Don't let your dreams out of your sight. Whoa, yeah. Keep your focus. You can do it, yeah. Hold on to it.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
That's an incredible song. I don't think I played on that one though. I think I was there, but I don't think I played that one. But it,
Yeah, you did.
I love Big Dogs.
You played it.
Okay. I don't remember everything. I don't remember everything. So you know, you are looking at a stroke survivor too. So I don't remember half the stuff. I don't remember half the stuff I did, but I just remember that. Ooh, Big Dog. That's honestly you and Big Dog Maysa. That's just everything y'all do together is
who's
wonderful.
Crazy about you too. Big Dog is also crazy about you a lot. Mark, he talks. We go in the studio. We talk about you a lot, and over the years, and your plan and your steadiness and sound and all that kind of stuff. We've had those discussions in the studio quite a few times. Mm-hmm.
So, Mark, how has your journey been? You've been playing since the age of 12, you said, right?
Yes.
Is this your dream? Or do you have another passion?
You know what? My initial passion was, like any kid, was to play sports.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this became a passion when I would go to concerts, and not just in church, but just go to concerts and see how the joy it brought everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And I was the type of person where I think I got joy seeing other people happy. It's the craziest thing. But when I see people happy, it just does something for me. Like I can watch TV and see whether it's, the price is right. You see somebody get a new car. You would have thought it was me getting a new car. I would just be happy to see somebody receive something. So seeing other people joyful from the music and what it did. You know, sometimes people go through things they can't talk about because I was going through things, and sometimes you get on the stage and I could talk about because Maysa would sing one of my favorite songs that she sing is "What Are You Doing for the Rest of My Life?"
Oh wow.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
by the end of the song, whatever I was dealing with is gone.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean? No, you smiling. Sometimes you got to smile when you're not really happy.
Yeah.
And so I know what it was doing to everybody. Because I know it was doing to me sometimes. So a lot of times it became more than just a passion. It was like, okay, this is what I was designed to do. I have to do this. There was no. I think I'll just do this till the day I die. I can't see myself doing anything else other than this. Of course, I love Four Corners with Pepper Thomas. This is my other passion. But yeah, it really is. It's really hard to put in words. I just feel like this is meant for me to do because it's the only thing that I really felt the joy I could get outside. Of course, outside the family and being a father and a husband. But it's just music is a hard thing to really explain and put in words because when you link with the right people, like when I'm playing with Maysa, when I'm playing with Will, or I'm playing with Gerald, I'm playing with people I love and like, people I know that love me, and it's just always different playing with people you love versus being hired to play something for people who don't know you, who don't have a relationship with you. It's different. I feel like I have a bond every time Masa's singing something. I feel like I need to respond, make sure she knows her back is being taken care of. Every time Gerald played a note, I want him to know, hey man, I'm there. I'm gonna drive you to wherever you need to drive to. And same thing with Will. Will sings a song. I know sometimes it's just a whole note. He's just, man, I just want to hear whole notes on the song so I can focus on the song, focus on this love song that's going to bring joy to someone.
Yeah.
So it's it's been an assignment. I feel like it's an assignment. This is something I was designed to do. And I never practiced, as people would say they practice to be the best. I only practice to be prepared. Because you can be the best and mess up.
Right.
I want to be prepared, so no one can look in my direction like, no, I got you, no matter what happens.
Yeah.
I'm not. I've made mistakes, of course, but that's my purpose. That I felt that something I need to be consistent at, and then maybe it will rub off on other people around me who aren't good at being consistent.
Okay. Well, I think that you rubbed off on this person that I'm about to bring on.
Oh,
another surprise. Get ready. Another surprise.
Uh-oh.
So this is what happens when you have control. See, I got all the control here. I can cut you off. I can mute your mic.
This is what I deal with.
So yeah, I can even say that you played on a song that you didn't play on because that's what I do.
Yeah, that's what you do. Hey, I can't say nothing, Pepper.
You played on that song. Are you sure did? So, here's someone that wants to say hello and thank you and all of that good stuff. You ready?
I think so.
You better be ready. Dude,
Wayne Bruce.
Deal. I'm wondering how me and Mike Upshaw got the same studio. Mike looked at my plans. He looked at all the plans and stole all my plans now.
My dude.
Hey, what I was told, hey, if you're going to be a copycat, make sure you copy the right cat.
Oh
man. We thank you, Wayne, for joining us. I'm sorry, Wayne Bruce, because you got two first names.
Look, call my, that's my mother's fault, but I fell to it. They weren't going to keep me out of the party, man. You know me.
Wayne Bruce.
Not keep me out of the party. Mark, as he said, trying to help other people be consistent. I mean, some of those, he's mainly talking about me, y'all. Wants me to be more consistent. I know how Mark speaks. He speaks things into existence. And but no, man, Mark has been a blessing wherever he's played. I mean, with Spur of the Moment, he changed the band's mentality. Wow. And he changed, which is difficult with some grown you know, I know y'all, everybody Christian church, grown behind men. You know what I'm saying? I'm keeping PC. It's hard. I'm keeping PC. Grown behind men, and he's come in and been a rock just to this group and in my life personally. So, you know, a lot of times we don't get to say thank you or celebrate the people we love personally. And that brother there is one personally one of my rocks. Like, like it's my wife, you know, it's my wife, my family, and Mark, you know, is my family. But in the band, just totally changing the band's mentality, and it needed it. I mean, and it's like operating not Titanic, but a huge ship, right? It doesn't turn on a dime; it turns slowly, you know. And you know, when I had the opportunity to music direct a Maysa, you know, I can look to my left, and Mark is going to be there, and I know it's going to be right. I don't ever have to worry about Mark. I mean, I'll worry about myself, but I'll never have to worry about what he's playing, because what he's playing is going to be correct, right? It's going to be correct for the situation and the artist, correct. And that's at the top level of musicians. And I'll give you a prime example. I was music directing, I mean, you know, the queen here. We got Maysa the queen on. But I was music directing a fellow bassist, right? And he allowed me, a very famous bassist, Nathan East. He plays with everybody. And we use a 2 bass set with him. And I had used another bassist who is world class. I used another bassist who's world class. And I generally use Mark, but I used another bassist, and Nathan fell in love with that bassist. And so the next time he came, he asked for that bassist, right? And I said, no, I got my guy is back. He can do it now. And he was like, oh, are you sure? Are you sure? And 15 minutes into the rehearsal, he turns to me, he walks quietly over to me and just says Mark's name, Mark Walker.
Oh, wow.
He doesn't say anything else. He just says Mark Walker. I said, I told you. He says again, Mark Walker. Period. And then walks away. And I knew what that meant. I knew he had got what he needed at the highest level. And we're talking about somebody who plays Mark's instrument, who plays at the highest level. But he recognized another performer and another spirit at the highest level. And it's rarefied air up there. And the people you have on talking about Mark, whether it's a Gerald or a Maysa, they operate at the highest level.
Wow.
And so when we get an opportunity to play with them, we want to be, Mark is the example of performance at the highest level.
Thank you. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that.
Absolutely. I chime in on that for real. I was telling him earlier, Wayne, that, you know, that's how Mark rolls. Like, whenever I see him on that stage, I know my music's going to be amazing. I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to guess what song is this, because I've done that many times on stage.
Ain't no messing around.
The hypnotic love was mysterious love. I don't know what song it was. It wasn't what I thought. And I remember me and Angela Phillips, we would be like looking at each other like, what is this? We didn't have no clue. And so all I know is Mark, I know is exactly he's gonna have them straight. The whole band's gonna be straight. Because he's gonna have my back.
Yeah. That's basically what he's done in my life. As a brother, had my back. So we can talk about the music, but when you want to talk about the friendship and the brotherhood, that's a total different thing. So, you know, we operate in this mode. I mean, we're operating with, you know, my sister here, Maysa, and my brother. But when we say sister and brother, it's a different thing.
It's real.
It's a total different operation.
Not Hollywood stuff.
It's not Hollywood. It's not, I mean, and it just operates. So the excellence in which he operates in music, he carries that over into his friendship. So that requires you to operate at your highest excellence also. So, you know, that whole iron sharpens iron thing.
Yes.
Yeah, it is true. So because at that level of friendship and excellence in life, you're required to bring that. You know, so you don't have to bring, you're required. And so that's a covering that we receive from God, right? But it is also a requirement so we can operate in that realm. Mark's excellence in his friendship and in life demands that. So
you can tell the more than anointed man. You can tell.
Thank you so much. I'm overwhelmed. I mean, of course I love Wayne Bruce. You know, I tell people about him. People always want to know, how do you work with Wayne? Because Wayne can be very sharp. I'll leave that.
Difficult.
Sharp. No. And I said, you know what? I said I can always work with someone who's upfront about everything. I never had to guess where he was mentally about anything. So he was always honest, and that's what I loved about him. But then even more importantly, for him to allow me to come into spur of the moment, and then allow me to add my ideas and my thoughts, where, you know, a lot of times when a band's been, you know, at that time, they was about 18, 20 years together before I got into the band. For them to be almost 20 years into the situation, this was 20 years ago, and allow me to input as if I'm one of the original members, as if I'm one of the board members of Spur. You know, I really felt that was enlightening. It also showed how humble he was, because he's like, hey man, we want to use everybody's ideas. We're learning from everyone. And him doing that made me realize that I needed to do the same thing when I was around people. Hey, because I've been doing it for a long time, it doesn't mean I can't learn from an outsider. And so that was an instant form of education for me, because it's like, wow, I just walked into the rehearsal where I play for other people. They would never implement my ideas into the sessions or my arrangements. You know, I come in here and this guy already said, nah, because we want to get better. We believe everybody has something to bring to the table. So I was just honored by that always. And I always respected him, Kenny, Kevin, for allowing me to grow, because that allowed me to grow even more as a musician, because now I'm when they turn around and say, hey, anybody got any ideas about how you want to do this? And I felt included now. I wasn't just a hired musician. I was a part of something that I had not been a part of in so many years, you know, a real brotherhood where I'm playing with guys consistently that I look up to as brothers, as well as, you know, I can call, say, hey man, what y'all doing this weekend? We're not even playing. Wayne will have the big Super Bowl party at his house, so, you know, he gives the best Super Bowl parties. But yeah, it was just always like that. And I've always enjoyed being a part of Spur of the moment, because I know some people want to know, well, how did you join them? Why are you with them? I say, you have no idea. It's more than about the music. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that, my brother.
Yeah.
So Wayne, tell me this.
Yeah.
And working with Mark A. Walker, because that's his name.
Got to do Mark A.
Mark A. Walker. What has been one of the goofiest things that he's ever done that has happened while performing with him? Like, Mark, did you look over there and go, I can't believe he just did that?
Yeah. Mark is not goofy.
He's not.
Nothing. Mark is as straight as this.
Right. Okay, Wayne Bruce. Okay, come on.
Mark ain't goofy. I don't know where you got that question. Next question. No. I mean, we've been on. I can remember one of the first cruise I music directed, the Capitol Jazz Cruise, which was like the largest jazz cruise in the country at the time. For 14 years, did that 14 years side by side with Mark, right? 14 years, probably 75 artists throughout the 14, maybe more. No. More than that. Probably, you know, because at times we had 40 acts. I was responsible for 40 acts. And the most I would put on artists is 6 or 7 acts, unless it was Mark. So Mark got a thing where he could compartmentalize and give everybody their sound. But the early cruise, and we didn't know what it was like. I had never been on a cruise before I stepped on a cruise to music direct. Mark probably had, but you know, I wasn't as cultured as Mark A. Walker. So went on the cruise, and the promoter at the time was getting the cruise at hurricane season. We didn't know. We didn't know what hurricane season was. We was like, we had 5 acts and 5 or 6 acts, and we were just trying to finish them. So we are playing during a storm.
Wow.
And literally, to get to the stage, Mark and I are walking backstage at the same time, and we have to walk up a hill. Well, it's not a hill. Where the hills come on boats. Actually, the boat was tilted. So you had to walk up like you were climbing the stage. So we get on stage, and the show must go on. And we're playing, and all of a sudden, Mark's amp goes sliding directly across the stage. We like, what just happened? He doesn't stop playing, of course. And we get back, we just look at each other like, what
did you just do?
That happened? And we're like, please, Lord, just please let the night in. We got 45 minutes left into the entire cruise, and on the last night, it just decided to do what it wanted to do.
Wow.
But I look at that, and I mean, we always tease each other or something. Generally, we do breakfast together, you know. Wherever we are, we're gonna find a restaurant. Oh, here we go. My restaurant story. Where Mark is not goofy on stage, but off stage, he's a connoisseur of wings. Yeah.
Really?
As a man of my size and stature,
that's a surprise, y'all. That's a surprise to Pepper and Mike.
Yeah.
Really?
And I can tell I'm a little wide.
Wow. Well, wait a minute. Hold on for a minute.
Right. Yeah, I got the wings.
I got a leg. I ain't got no wings.
You're wrong.
I got some wings. Would anybody like some?
Mike, you sold me out, man. Mike sold me out.
Look at y'all. Look at y'all. Let's see y'all. Up there. Mike, so Mark, I mean, I consider myself a connoisseur of chicken, you know. And Mark is like, hey man, we going to I don't even know if the brand is still around. But Hooters. I was like, I ain't going. First I looked at him, the man of God is saying, let's go to Hooters.
We getting it to go, so it don't matter.
The man of God just said, we're going to Hooters. I said, bro, I'm not going in Hooters. I don't want to be. I had never been in Hooters. Mark is like, no, you don't understand. You have to get wings. I was like, ain't no wings in Hooters for me. He convinced. Go ahead. He convinces me. He convinces me to go in Hooters and get a 10-pack of wings. Well, that started a trend in the church that evening. Because that 10 turned into a 20. Turned into going back the next night and getting another 20.
That is funny.
And it started my romance, not with the property of but just with the wings of Hooters. So Mark A. Walker with the wing hookup.
But Pepper, they were the naked wings, so you know,
they were naked.
The wings or the women?
Praise the Lord for the wings.
The wings were naked.
The wings were
but very tasty. The women had nothing to do with it.
Mike done sold me out.
Right.
Nothing like a wing, Mark. I'm sure you know.
Right. That's why he is my wingman.
Okay.
Well, I do have a Michael Upshaw story. I didn't get a chance to talk about Mike. Did I get to say anything about Mike?
You can't talk about Michael right yet. I got somebody waiting in the wing.
Oh really? Okay, I'm sorry.
No pun intended.
Okay. Go ahead. No.
Waiting in the wing, the chicken wing. I got somebody waiting in the wing. So you sure you're ready?
I think I am now. You wearing me out right now.
I am.
Y'all kept a secret from me all week. I cannot believe this.
Yeah, I told you when it comes. I'm not a liar. I want y'all to know that I don't lie. When I need to, I will.
Oh my God! Wow, Brian Pugh, my
Introduce
dude.
him, Mr.
Wow,
Brian Pugh. Everyone welcome him to
my
Four
brother for real.
Corners.
Oh man.
What's happening, everybody?
Hey Brian. Hey bro. Man.
Good to see everybody.
Oh, wait,
Appreciate
Brian. Brian, hold on just a second. I need to give claps to Wayne Bruce also because he came on and didn't give me a chance to do the hand clap. So let's give him some hand claps. It's coming. It's coming. So, Mr. Brian Pugh, I don't know you, but I know you know Mark A. Walker. So tell us what he means to you and who are you and what do you do and all that good stuff.
I'm a musician, and I've been playing with Richard Smallwood probably almost 40 years now.
Okay.
So I spent a lot of time on the road with Mark Walker. And we all have great stories to tell about Mark Walker. I'm here to expose some things that y'all may not know.
It's time for the roast. Yeah, it's a time for the roast. Okay.
No, but first and foremost, he's my friend. He's a good friend. Also, he's a good leader. And he's also a good follower. I think we all know these good traits about Mark. But what you guys don't know is he's destined to be a preacher. But he's running away from it.
Wow. I believe that. I believe that.
So,
I believe that.
he's a godly man, and we could play spades or whatever we do. He's just a godly man.
Right.
And he's my friend. So, I'm going to support him in any of his endeavors. So I want to come to the trial sermon whenever that may be.
Brian's been pushing this the last few years on me, y'all. So this is our thing between us when we see each other. So I love this dude though. Brian Pugh, man, much respect for everything you've done.
Oh, likewise.
Everything you've done, man. Music industry. Brian was the guy. He was the little teenager guy that was playing with Richard Smallwood. I think he was like 19. Back in the mid 80s. At Temple University, like left Temple, I believe. Left Temple University, go on the road, travel, and been gone ever since then. On pretty much all the records. He was literally Richard Smallwood sound. When you hear the Richard Smallwood sound, that's Brian. Brian's responsible for a lot of that. Of course, Stephen Ford produced, but
I'm behind the scenes.
But he's behind the scenes. We know Stephen Ford produced, but Brian was the guy that traveled, did everything with Richard, and just a humble cat. Same thing, come in, implement ideas. Was never that dominant. Some musical directors are dominant, and Wayne knows what I mean because Wayne's not. He's just like Brian. They won't let you implement your ideas. They won't let you be you. But like Wayne, but even because I've been playing with Brian longer, Brian allowed me to be myself,
Well, when you work with a certain caliber of musicians, you don't really have to babysit them.
Yeah, you trust.
Yeah.
Wow.
And the great thing about Brian is always welcoming type musician. We've had situations where we had other musicians come in and fill in, and they weren't prepared at the level that we were. Still show the professionalism he's always encouraged. And you didn't walk away. He never made a musician walk away with their head down, even when the musician knew they messed up, even when they knew they weren't prepared. Brian was the encouraging type person. That's why I love about him. It was nothing negative he would put on anyone, even when people knew they were wrong. And that's a big point to make because a lot of musicians sometimes will have a bad night and feel like that's the only opportunity they'll ever get, but Brian is the guy that encourages, and you just don't have a lot of them around anymore. It's just not that type of personality isn't around to help the musicians up. But I love this brother. We got many road stories. I won't embarrass him because it's supposed to be about me today, but thank you, bro. That's all I gotta say. Well, while he's getting his signal together, can I talk about Mike?
Okay.
Oh, here we go.
Mike Upshaw. I don't know how he does it. Mike Upshaw. Okay, we've been friends for a minute, and I love this dude like a brother. We talk a lot. We engage in a lot of conversations, musically and non-musically. I don't care what. It's a weird thing. I don't care what Mike Upshaw is going through. We can have a bad conversation. In the middle of the conversation, Mike will say, "I don't care. I don't care what it is." Mike's like, "Man, a song just came to me. I'm gonna write this song right now." And he would write a song and then be like, the next day, it's like full production, everything done. I'm like, "Well, when did you have time to write the song?" It just came to me while we were talking. So while we were talking, you was writing the song. So were you paying attention to anything I was saying? And I mean, Pepper, most of our conversations, it ends up with him writing us. Wait a minute, us hanging the phone up so he can write a song that he was writing while we were talking.
Wow.
So that's okay. Mike Brian's back.
I lost y'all for a minute. Sorry about that.
It's okay.
Had to throw that in real quick.
Wow. Well,
Hey, man.
But yeah, happy to celebrate you, Mark. This is great.
Thank you, sir. Now, if I may ask where you are, because I know
you know I
have
was about to
several
ask
properties.
that question. I
He
was
has
like,
several
where are you
properties
at?
now. He lives in Philly on the weekends or during the week, and then he lives in Atlanta. I don't know which one it is, but he's in Atlanta
See,
one
I'm
part
out
of the
in the
week.
woods because, like a lot of y'all, you know, y'all in the luxury of your home. I'm out here in the woods, so I live in Atlanta during the week, and I'm living on my RV.
Nice.
Wow, that's
In the
nice.
background, and I am house shopping. So, but for right now, I'm living in the woods.
That's right. That's nice, man.
But he still has a
Right.
house. He still has a house in Philadelphia. So don't. I mean, New Jersey somewhere. Don't feel sorry for him. He's got several properties. He's not homeless.
I'm almost homeless, you know.
Don't believe that story.
Like you chilling to me. I'm like, that's a
I
good
know,
idea.
right?
Right.
But
Yeah,
thank you,
it's
my
like a
brother.
golf course out there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Mark, I have another surprise for you. Someone sent some kind words.
Okay.
You ready?
I think I am. You killing me today, Pepper. You
Okay,
killing me.
let's do it.
Encourage here, William Becton, and I am awed to be able to share just a few words about my friend and my brother, Mark Walker. I've been knowing Mark well over 30 years, an amazing musician. I remember the first time that I heard him, I was blown away with the things that he could do on his bass. But what makes him so extraordinary is not just his musicianship, it's that he's a man of peace, he's a man of character, he's a man of integrity. And I don't know a more humble person. I don't know a more meek person. Power under control at all times. I salute you, Mark. I thank God for my friendship with you. I thank God for your spiritual prowess as well as your musicianship. There is only one Mark Walker. When God made you, bro, he threw away the mold, man. God bless you. Much love to you, man. Bless.
Wow, William Becton. I have so much
Absolutely.
to say. Wow. Yeah. We hit it off from day one. He often tells me the encouragement I gave him the first time I heard his tape was part of the push to help get him to record. It was just part of the push because I just thought it was so dope. I never heard the arrangements of anybody's music the way I heard back then. I think it was like on 87, 88, somewhere around there. And I say, this is some good music. I think you need to record this. I mean, when is the recording? He was just like, really? I had never heard that style of music at that time. You know, I came from quartet, then listening to the Hawkins, and I never heard the urban flavor type gospel mixed with it's just hard to explain. He was in so many different genres of music, including classical, because he was classically trained musician. When Becton just had everything at that time, and it kind of opened my head up on how to even approach my bass playing, which I really started getting into implementing some of the what's the word I want to use, classical type bass notes, approaching type things in songs where I could solo or just ad lib. But yeah, William Becton was implemented that. Just listening to his music kind of brought some change to my way of playing. But he's just been a good brother. Been my brother ever since then. You know, once again, it's just in that class of the people that's on here right now: Michael, Maysa, Wayne, Brian, and Pepper. I thank God for you all. This has been a surprise. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You deserve it.
So this is Pepper, if I can.
Yes, Mr. Wayne Bruce.
So the first time I ever saw Mark, I had heard of him. This is funny. This is hilarious. Somebody was like, "Hey man, it's this bass player that's playing all these chords, and you got to hear him. His name is Mark Walker." And I was MDing Mickey Howard and playing around town. We had lines around where we were playing, so I was like, all right, whatever, whoever this is. So I go into the music store, and my guy who normally sold me things was like, "You got to hear this bass player, man. This guy is a different level of, he's like the best bass player anybody ever heard in the city." I was like, what? So I go home. I'm living on the same street as the music store, but about 7 miles down, but in traffic, it's about 20, 30 minutes. So I go home that day. The guy calls me back. "Oh my God, the guy is in here. His name, you got to get here. Got to get here to see this guy." I'm like, I don't need to see anybody. "No, I'm telling you, man, it's the most special thing you've ever seen." Like, so I get in my car to go to the music store to hear this special bassist from I don't know, he's from somewhere else, right? And I go in the store, and it's a crowd of people around.
Wow.
It's like he's holding court. And I'm thinking to myself, he black? Normally that's reserved for some hot bases is a white. I just gotta say what it is. Like some rock level bases, Jocko, something. And I looked at him. I'm like, he young. And I go to hear him, and literally stand in the back of that audience, and my mind was just blown.
Wow.
And I was playing with an incredible Eric Boo Boo Butler is an incredible bassist, and he was in the band at the time, and I think I had played with the Grangers already. I'm not sure. And I had played with Gary Granger, or at least knew Gary Granger. He was a friend of mine, but I had never heard anybody playing melody and chords on bass, like a guitarist, like a guitarist, but still having the presence of a bass player. So that's the different thing. Musicians, Brian know what I'm talking about. Mason know what I'm talking about. Like, you just don't get it. It sounds like a pianist that's playing, able to play, keep all that rhythm and all that music in one, and still sound like a bassist.
Yeah.
And I didn't say anything. We nodded at each other. I think he knew who it was. I was like, "Hey man, Wayne Bruce." We didn't even talk. 3 weeks later, I get a call to do Kenny Lattimore, the band. They said, "We're bringing our own bassist." I'm offended at this point. Bringing your own bassist? Who is the bassist? They don't say. We're bringing our own bassist. And your keyboard player will be the second keyboard player. And we're bringing Sam Kendrick, right? And who's a renowned pianist and music director. And Sam, I had heard of. He comes in, and who's the first at rehearsal? The first person at the rehearsal is the most responsible person out of the band. Mark Walker walks into that rehearsal. I mean, I'm there because I'm supposed to be there. It's my bad. But Mark Walker rolls in that rehearsal first. And I was like, "Oh, my man, Mark." And within 5 minutes, it was like he was at home. Within 5 minutes of being there, it was like he was at home. And everybody looked at each other and was like, "Okay, we have to get our musicianship to that level, to his level."
Wow.
And it was on ever since. I mean, like, it was on. He didn't get in the band that day, but we realized to get him in the band, what it would take. It takes a whole different level of musicianship and commitment. That's Mark Walker. That is who that dude is.
Switch
Thank
it
you.
up.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, Mark, I have a question for you. How do you manage? I mean, you've been playing music for a lot of years. You work with a lot of different artists. And I remember first time coming on Capitol Jazz. And, you know, as you're walking in those double doors in the back to come into the main area, the first thing I heard was this bass. And it blew me away. And you were the first person I looked for. I was like, who is this guy playing this bass? And I saw you, I saw Wayne, I saw Big Dog. It was like this super band. And I was blown away. But all of these years that you've been playing, you know, you've been playing with a lot of different groups. And how do you manage to keep your composure? I mean, being knowing that you have accepted Christ, and we're all of us here. It's amazing that we all know the Lord. We all have accepted Him. But how do you manage to keep, keep your balance and being in the world, but also knowing Christ? How do you do that? Because there's a lot of things that come at you, I'm sure. A lot of different things.
Well, it's a conversation I think I've had with Brian and Wayne separately. I think eventually I may have hinted some things to you. I think we were all designed to be a blessing to everybody. I think what we have, everybody on this panel right now has a worldwide gift where you're not limited to being in just one place. You've got to be able to communicate with people who don't necessarily speak your language, who don't necessarily live the way you live. But the music itself was designed to bring people together who normally wouldn't go to a place of worship or wouldn't go to a club. They will only go to outdoor events. So God says in order for them to talk to Wayne, Bruce, and Maysa, I'm gonna have to get them at an outdoor event, because when the show is over, there's someone who wants to talk to Maysa, say a female singer. Well, how do you make it in the industry as a woman? Because there doesn't seem to be any help for the small person who doesn't have a name. And now God set this plan up to where Maysa's in a position where she can talk to someone who she normally wouldn't have a chance to talk to if she didn't do that outdoor event or if she didn't do that cruise, because she got to be in a place where she's approachable. And I think sometimes our assignment on the earth is just to be in the place that we need to be that light to someone else. Sometimes it's just a smile. Sometimes it's say, hey, I remember you did a show, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, you remember me? And people are like, yeah, I know I may have been on stage with the Will Downing or Macy's, but we listened to the opening act. We listened to the people who came on before. And I remember your face. You sounded wonderful. And sometimes that's what it takes. And sometimes, and Brian knows this, sometimes that person needs to meet you, because be like, yeah, Brian, I remember Brian Pugh, you play on that Richard Smallwood song. I play that song all the time because I was depressed. And this is a song that gets me through. And I remember hearing you playing. I just got to shake your hand, let you know, man, I'm blessed by what you did. And sometimes you just need to meet the people that you've blessed. Sometimes you need to meet the people that you're going to be a blessing to. The same thing with Wayne, he's put a lot of musicians on for the cruise as well as other shows. I mean, we're talking about hundreds of shows. And the lesson that we all learn is some of the people you bless may not come back and say thank you, but the few that does, it's worth it, because now you realize that you accomplished what you're supposed to do.
Right.
Right. He's not on, but I'd like even say like a Will Downing. I'll always honor him and Wayne like in the same area where they're always blessing folks on and off stage, whether it's just encouraging words, if they cash apping somebody to pay their bills, or putting them on a session because they wouldn't get the chance to be put on a session. Even with Pepper, you're interviewing people who may not get a chance to be interviewed. These are the reason why I have to be, because I was designed to do more than one thing. I wasn't designed just to be in church every weekend and that's it, because my gift is bigger than that. Because it's the music part is just to set things up to shake hands with someone who may not want to continue to be a musician, because we know musicians who were great. I knew some musicians who were great, and I just knew they would be better than I am. But to find out that they quit because they weren't encouraged or they felt like they didn't get a chance, it was just really it puzzled me, because I still view a lot of musicians not just better, but even more skilled. But they mindset wasn't where my mindset is. Cause like, hey, I'm not here. Like I said, I'm not studying to be the best. I'm just studying to be prepared.
Yeah.
And I want to be in a position where I could shake the right person's hands. Hey, if it's just a smile, sometimes it's just a smile. But I
Right.
really feel like everyone here has an assignment on a daily basis just to be kind, and no
Absolutely.
matter how it may come. So that's what keeps me focused. I know a lot of people had issues with me playing different styles of music, but God made me. So that's who I answer to when it's all said and done.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and
Appreciate it.
sometimes you're just a light in the midst of darkness in some
Yeah.
situations.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
So, Mark A. Walker, we got another song. And guess who the song is?
Uh-oh.
Mr. Michael Upshaw is going to introduce it. It's not
Well,
the chicken
this-
song, but it is a song.
Well, this next song features another phenomenal vocalist. She's a vocal teacher and vocal extraordinaire out of Philadelphia. As a matter of fact, her name is Karen Vega. And when I brought this song to Mark, it was during the time that the George Floyd thing was happening, and I wanted to put it out then, but then I said, no, I don't want to put that song out then because, people want to, they think, okay, here's another person. Now all of a sudden you want to chime in, so I just sat. But after all of that happened, about a year or so later, then some real life challenges started happening to me. And I had a conversation with Mark. He listened to it, we got the vocals done, and the song was called Let Me Breathe. Sometimes we just got to take a breath and just sit, just get away and let life do what it's going to do and pull back, so that's Let Me Breathe featuring Mark A. Walker, with Mark A. Walker featuring Karen Vega.
I want to breathe, set me free, let me be. I need to breathe. I want to breathe, set me free, let me be. I need to breathe. I want to breathe, set me free, let me be. I need to breathe. I want to breathe, set me free, let me be. I need to breathe. Let me breathe. Oh, let me breathe. I want to breathe. Set me free. Let me breathe. I need to breathe. I want to breathe. Set me free. Let me be. I need to breathe. I want to breathe. Set me free.
That is
Wow.
fabulous.
Go
Yeah,
back to memories,
Nice.
right? Thank you.
amazing.
Nice.
Wow.
I think I'm gonna have to play that on my show.
Yeah.
Be like,
Chris Howden played that, man. Chris Howden, incredible
Yes,
producer.
yeah, great
Wow,
producer
thank
as
you.
well.
Wow.
nice, nice, nice.
You know, there's another question. It's probably like a two-part. Well, maybe you and Brian could answer this question, but you've played on probably the most recognized inspirational song ever written called Total Praise. What was that experience like that night that you guys recorded that was filmed? That song right now is wow.
Well, it was. I don't want to say I was deer in the headlights, but it was just one of those situations where I literally just got off the road with Gerald and Lalah, and when Richard called me to do the recording, and I'm meeting Brian and them the week of that recording, meeting them for the first time a week prior to that recording, and just had no idea how big it was going to be. I mean, he had sent us cassette tapes. Tell you how long ago that was. In '95, he
Yeah.
sent out cassette tapes, and you know how this set up. You know, Brian's literally standing in front of me, so I'm just in awe of the musicianship of everybody, from Brian, Tony Walker, Stephen Ford, Jonathan DeBose, Garfield Williams played drums that night.
Wow.
It really was a blessing because I realized that night when it was going on, you know, it was raining cats and dogs. That's all I remember about that night. And before we walked out, the manager Roger Holmes says, "Oh yeah, guys, you know they're going to be videotaping, so y'all make sure y'all smile." And I'm like, "Videotaping?"
Wow.
I thought it was just a regular recording. It's like nobody said anything about video. But
Yeah.
that whole night was just wonderful. I mean, Brian can probably elaborate more on it because I was still amazed at what was going on versus just playing that song.
Yeah, it was a spiritual night. But that particular song, I don't think anybody, including Richard, expected it to be as big as it still is. It was really unexpected. It wasn't intentional. You know how some artists, they make songs and they they're gearing to make it a hit. That wasn't the case at all. It was just a spiritual song. It's something he wrote from his heart, and what happened happened. It's like every country
Wow.
we go to, they singing that song in different languages. It's just amazing.
Incredible song.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Incredible.
it is.
Well, Mark, I have another greeting for you.
Okay, I think I'm ready now. I'm sitting still.
It's not Barack,
Okay.
but he might be considered Barack of the bass.
Uh-oh.
Take a guess.
I don't know.
I think if I said a word, he would know. So should I leave it alone or?
Say a word.
Mayor.
You said, "Mate, talking about Gerald Beasley."
Hey, Mark, it's Gerald Beasley. Stopping by to celebrate you. You are a good brother. I love being one of your friends because you are a man of excellence, a man of character, depth, humility. I could just go on and on. But folks who have seen you perform, they just get a glimpse of who you are. And they only get a little glimpse because, first of all, let's be honest, when you're playing the bass, you make it look so easy and effortless. I don't know how you do that, playing all that incredible music, but you look like, you're like the Michael Jordan of the bass. That's what it is. You're like Michael Jordan. You're just flying through the air with your bass, just gliding. But as a human being, I just love watching how you move through the world with integrity and loving your family, loving God. And you are someone who we all look up to. So God bless you. Love to be here to celebrate you. Enjoy receiving your flowers because you have earned them. Take care, good brother.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, Gerald Beasley. Oh my Lord. Wow. Yeah, he's
Oh, wait, hand clap. Hold on.
Come on, Pepper. Come on, Pepper.
I was slipping. Okay, here we go. Here we go.
So my 30-second rant about Gerald Beasley is he's one of the few musicians that I know that actually recorded with Jocko,
Oh wow.
who is considered historian-wise bassist, probably one of the greatest that we've ever heard.
Yeah.
And at that time, the level of where he was playing the bass. But I think people were more caught up on his technical skill versus how he could really just play the song and make what he did fit into the song. And Gerald Beasley is he's like a historian library. He knows so many songs. He's recorded with so many people. But for him to embrace me from day one, you got to understand Gerald Beasley's his resume, and not just his resume, what he's done for music as a bassist can't really be explained in words. He's done so much for so many people who probably won't admit, but we got a lot of little fake Gerald Beasleys out there trying to, mimic some of the stuff he's done, but won't give him the credit because he's one of the first to do what he was doing at that time, and to play with other basses and not overshadow, but complement, which is a hard thing to do when you're talking about two musicians playing the same instrument. It's still not, it's still something that's not consistently done well, where he can play and not step on anybody's toes, not worry about getting the sunshine or being the one getting all the recognition. Gerald is probably one of the most humblest musicians I know at that level of where he's at, because it is stardom to many of us that know bass guitarists and who's been around for the last 4 decades, over 4 decades. He's just a great guy. He really is, and the way he embraced me, I have nothing but honor to this guy. There's nothing I can say other than he's really great in every area in life. I mean, he's been one of those rock solid musicians who no arrogance, and I keep saying it because that's very important when you're dealing with people who has a lot of recognition and who's just well known. He's like one of the guys. He's really one of the guys, and I love him. Thank you so much, my brother.
Well, thank you, Mr. Gerald Beasley, and all the folks, Gerald Albright, who have chimed in. I got another song that I want to play. You're like, it's called Duke Stroll.
God! Wow. Yeah, Mr. Mr. Mike Upshaw. I'm. Yes. Let's play Duke Stroll.
Okay. Would you like to introduce it? Because you got all like, come on, introduce the song. Come on. Talk about yourself.
No, I can't. I mean, Mike Upshaw is really the producer on this. I think it would benefit us if Mike did it. If Mike said it, yeah. I think your mic is off.
I think
your mic is muted.
Yeah, going on to being a part of it, being able to go to the Capitol Jazz Cruise and seeing all these artists in the year that I saw, the last year that I saw George Duke, that was just a phenomenal show. Again, that was Wayne and the crew. It was phenomenal, just a great show. Had this song in mind, talked to Mark about it. Just wanted to do some kind of a tribute to George Duke. Asked Mark and sent it to him, and he said yes, he'll play on it. And then we were blessed to get another phenomenal musician to actually play horns on it, and that was Phil Lassiter. And anybody who knows Phil Lassiter, this guy is on everybody. He was the horn leader, led the horn section for Prince during New Power Generation. And we also were able to get Chris Big Dog Davis to play keys on it. And he came in and put some extra stank on it.
Produced that boy. Big Dog produced that, man. Wow.
Oh, yes, he did. Yes, he did. So again, Duke's Stroll, featuring Mark Walker, Phil Lassiter, Chris Big Dog Davis.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
I gotta go back and listen to that again.
Yeah. And I need to say.
With a hand clap, Pepper. With a hand claps.
Oh,
With applause.
Yeah, I know, right?
We're gonna need you to run your show.
There she go.
I'm sorry, it's the producer in me. I'm sorry.
But you know, one of the other things I want to say real quick too is that, you know, a lot of times, you know, a person will take credit for something and not include everybody. So this is a teamwork. This is a team effort. So I just didn't do this by myself. Mark Walker helped write this song. Chris Big Dog Davis, you know, Phil Lassiter. You know, everybody played a part in there, and it's never about, when you really think about a song, you know, there are other parts that go, you know, that are involved, other pieces. So everybody should, you know, get some kind of a credit, you know, to like, hey, this person did that. It's because, you know, Wayne Bruce may come up with a guitar line that, hey, I don't hear, but he hears it. Okay, so you know, you got to give him credit. You got to give everybody their credit.
Sure.
You know, because it's you know, it's just like a football team. I look at it from, you know, football. You know, the running back. He's the running back, can't be the quarterback, you know?
Yeah.
So everybody has their position. Just got to play it well.
well, I want to ask everyone who is on here right now to give me one word that describes Mark. One word. Okay, Brian, you can go first.
Preacher.
Okay, Wayne.
Excellence.
Michael.
Humble.
Maysa.
Stoic.
Oh, do I get to say something? Oh,
yes.
Let me say chicken.
I knew it. I knew it.
I'm like chicken. So did you? Oh, okay. Whoever Tanny and Tracy.
Fanny is a bass player. He was actually Richard Small. He was in the Richard Smallwood Singers. He was the bass player for Richard Smallwood Singers for many years.
Oh, wow.
Incredible bass player from out of Philadelphia. Him and his wife, they both play. How about that? His wife plays bass too.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Lucky son of a gun. So she understands his language all day long. He's an incredible brother, but he's also an incredible musician.
Yeah.
Legendary musician, not just in Philadelphia, but he's known around the world as well.
Oh, nice. He says consistency is his word.
Thank you, my brother.
Thank you so much. So, Mark, how do you feel right now?
You really got me today, Tracy. You and Mike, y'all really did. I'm really shocked.
Who's Tracy?
Yeah, who's Tracy?
I'm still looking at his name right here. Pepper. I'm sorry, Pepper. That popped up. It went away.
I'm like, who's Tracy?
Pepper.
Inconsistent on
At least
that
you didn't
one.
say Karen.
Yeah, consistent. Yeah, right.
Karen. I know Karen.
Your consistency just went out.
Yeah, just went the window. I found another one, Tracy.
Went out the window on that.
But then Maysa was like, "Did you call her Tracy?"
I'm still looking at it. Still, it popped up so
Wow.
big. You didn't get the name together on that joint. That's crazy.
I've done that many times.
I'm feeling good. Y'all got me today. Y'all got me there. I really appreciate everything. Once again, you know, Wayne, Brian, Maysa, Gerald Beasley, Gerald Albright. This has been a surprise. I had no idea. I was saying to myself, so this is a surprise. I text both. I said, well, shouldn't I know who the surprise guest is tomorrow? And neither one of them really responded. But no, thank you all. I'm just overwhelmed right now. I'm gonna have to go back and look at this and see how goofy I really looked after seeing this.
Not goofy at all, brother.
But thank you. I really do love y'all.
Down, it won't be available.
But thank you all. I really do from the bottom of my heart. I'm overwhelmed. I have no words.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man.
So, Bryant and Wayne Bruce and Michael and Maysa, would y'all like to say something before we leave?
No, just thank you for having me. And thank you for allowing me to say some nice things about my friend Mark. And I'm glad he's excited. I'm glad he was surprised. And I'm glad it happened.
Thank you.
He deserves it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you for having me as well. And it's a pleasure to speak good things about somebody that's extraordinary, because we hear so many negative things about so many other artists. So it's good when we can speak positively about somebody. And I'm just good. I'm glad to be your friend, Mark. Man, you're a good guy.
Thank you, my brother. Man, love you too. Thank you.
Well, let me say, I know it was payment and wings. Somebody was supposed to give me my wings.
Yeah.
That's about right.
I want my wings. I'm not getting off this broadcast until I get it. No, I mean, just to echo what Brian and what Maysa said, it's really good to talk about our friend, and so good to say something positive about a positive person. You know, you're not going to he's not going to be on live doing no apology videos for his actions. We're not going to find that. Okay? Not going to happen out of that.
Wow.
You're not going to have
That's a good one.
So let me say this, and I'll cut it short. I'll run over. Just, man, that your friends and your public and your family who are your friends love you. And so, I mean, go with love. I mean, because if there's one thing that is consistent is your love of God, and that shows through your actions. All right. So we appreciate and love you.
Thank you. Thank you, bro. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, I thank you, Mark, for being a friend. You've helped me in some dark moments in my life, just using the word, just being real, and very humble individual. And, God, using the word coincidence and God, it doesn't work together. Anything that God does is purpose. So I thank God for allowing me to meet you 13 years ago. And you've been the same person ever since. You've never changed, never wavered. And I just thank God that, and I thank Maysa, Wayne, Brian for coming on, and Gerald and everybody made their comments. You all are a blessing, and pray that God continues to enlarge your territory, Mark, and as well as everybody else that is here, that, God just keep opening up doors for you, that you continue doing great things. And we love you all. I love you all, and I can't thank you enough.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother.
Nice. Well, I guess it's time for me to say something. Mark A. Walker, I met you, 3 months ago?
Something like that, yeah.
And you have been consistent. If I tell you consistent, you talk about, he calls me Evangelist Pepper. I'd be like, let me lay my hands on you. Let me touch you right quick. But you are a really genuine guy, like really true to what you say. I have not been around you in your presence, but I can only imagine you are the same as when we are interacting twice a month. And I love you.
Thank you.
As they say, you're a good dude.
Thank you so much.
You are. And thank you for being that guy that speaks about his family, speaks about his children, and you're the stand-up guy. You're like, look, you saying something wrong right now. That ain't right. That ain't right. Wait a minute. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this. So I thank you for doing that because we need that. It is not shown, but I still believe that there are great men in this world. People will tell you that they're not, but that's a lie. We have some great Black men in this world. They just kind of sitting at home thinking, watching the TV, doing the remote control, watching sports, not wanting to get out, but there are some good men still on this earth. So I want to thank you for being one of those.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. So y'all, I was trying to wait on somebody else to come on, but she hadn't come on yet. The person was Carol Riddick.
Oh wow.
She's stuck in traffic and she's like trying to maneuver, and yeah, Carol was
I love you, Carol. I love you, Carol.
Yes. So I want to thank you, Maysa.
Thank you
for coming through. I said, girl, you my bestie in my head. I said, my bestie in my head. Hey, Maysa, my bestie in my head. Wayne Bruce, first interaction with you was funny because he told me, you know what? You're the only person that's ever told me that I have two first names today.
First today. Just today.
So I thank you for coming through and being a part of this. And Bryant Pugh, thank you for also joining us. Much appreciated. I believe that love is an action word. You have to show it. You just can't say it and talk it, because sometimes people's talk and their walk are not the same as what the action is or what they say. So thank you guys for coming on. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Mark. Thank you. And this platform that we have, y'all, is Four Corners with Pepper Thomas. Well, Four Corners with Mark A. Walker, myself, Pepper Thomas, and Michael Upshaw. We do this twice a month. And so we ask that you please subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're trying to build subscribers on there. So just go to YouTube, subscribe. And also, I have another platform, The Hot Pepper Show with Pepper Thomas, which is every Monday at 7 p.m. And go and subscribe to that YouTube channel. It is The Hot Pepper Show TV on YouTube. So we thank y'all. We love y'all. Have a great week.
Honey.
You too.
Have a great week.
And also, we need to let everybody know, please, when you have to watch Maysa when she comes on. We love the music. Yeah, please tune in. Yes, indeed. Absolutely.
Yes. Yeah, because Maysa, yours is every Monday, every Sunday.
Sunday night.
Sunday night.
But Facebook has been messing with me so long. I might do one now. Well, I can't do one. I haven't have a voice right now, but it's probably every Sunday until we expand it. It's expanding. Kitchen Karaoke is going to move on to a live format and some venues and some restaurants and turning into dinner with jazz and soul, featuring me and my band, and it's going to be doing a little trios. It's going to be nice.
Nice.
Oh wow!
Yes.
Great.
Well, Maysa, give them your handle for them following you on social media, because we got to showcase everyone. So give them, how do they contact you on social media?
Maysa.com. Everything is there. The links to everything, all my social media, and everything on Maysa.com.
Okay, Wayne Bruce, you have information for them to follow you?
Yeah, you could just follow me. I'm going outside in a few minutes. If you're in my neighborhood, walk around with me.
You are funny.
That is funny.
It's GTRWB _ Wayne Bruce everywhere.
Okay, nice. And Mr. Brian Pugh?
Mic is out.
Mic is off.
Your mic is off. You are muted, or he's frozen. Oh, no, he's not frozen.
No, frozen.
Your mic, you're muted.
Yeah.
Yes.
Your mic is still off. Here you go.
You're still muted. You're still muted.
Put right there muted.
There you go.
There you go.
No, he's still muted.
You know how you feel, bro.
You're muted. You're muted. You're muted.
Oh, he's on.
Okay, so come back. Maysa, like production. Look here, Wayne Bruce. She over doing production.
Hey, look. We all gave up in the same thing. We over there.
The word. Okay, Michael.
Yes. Thank you all again for coming in and for watching the show. And our next guest will be another phenomenal vocalist he's over in London. He'll be in the States next week. His name is Raphael Tate. And we have some other surprise guests coming on as well. So we hope that you tune in and watch Four Corners with Pepper Thomas, Mark A. Walker, and myself, Mike Upshaw. And it's free. You could say that, Pepper. How do you say it?
It is free, y'all. Because y'all be like, is it free? I don't want to subscribe. I got to pay. I'm like, it's free. It is FREE. Okay? All you have to have is a Gmail account, because people say, well, I ain't got it. Well, Gmail owns YouTube. So you got to have a Gmail account. So just sign up for a Gmail account. And then you got a YouTube channel also. You didn't even know that. Everyone has a YouTube channel if you have a Gmail account. So,
Right.
So yeah, and then Mark, what is your handle? How can they contact you? How can they follow you?
Four Corners.
Okay.
Come on, Mark.
Four Corners.
All right.
That's it. We're promoting us. We're promoting us. So that's what we're promoting. Four Corners. Subscribe to us.
That is how you do
That's
that.
how you get me.
Hello. You don't walk outside and tell people to follow you.
Hey, if they want to follow me, I'll be outside. You want to get my trash at the bottom of the driveway.
Wayne, I'm loving that hat, Wayne, man. You styling, smiling, and profiling, man.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. I'm trying to see if this is gonna be a new thing for me. Never liked them before, but they, past couple weeks they come in handy.
It suits you, Wayne. You should wear hats. Definitely.
I'm telling you,
watch
man.
out there.
Yeah, it looks nice. Yeah.
Might have to do it. Thank y'all.
All
So
right,
everyone,
Thank
thank
you.
you guys.
All right.
Thank you.
take it easy, y'all.
Love y'all.
All
We
right,
will
take
see
it. Love
you
you.
on
God
our
bless
next
you all.
show.
Thank you.
Be
All
safe.
All right.
Thank you.
If you want that inspirational, turn your radios. Sit back, relax, catch the vibe, have fun tonight on the Four Corner Show. Sit back, relax, catch the vibe, have fun tonight on the Four Corner Show. If you want that golden inspirational, then turn your radio to the Four Corner Show. Hot and spicy topics, come enjoy the show. So let's get personal on the Four Corner Show. Relax, catch the vibe, have fun tonight on the Four Corner Show.
You gotta sit back,
relax, catch the vibe, have fun tonight on the Four Corner Show. If you want that inspirational, then turn your radio